so much. Thank you for joining with us today. It is Women's View and we are here. I'm your host Shiro Wangige and I'm so excited because today we are having a show which is going to base on young women in business because hey, mi napenda wanawake wakiwa kwa business by the way. I'm an advocate. I'm that person who wants women to work and not even working, you know. Business is just something else. I really love business because I feel it empowers women, and as women we also need to be empowered for us to also add on development. If we develop a house, we develop a society, we develop the world. So thank you so much. Keep this conversation running. Our social media handle is GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144, and with us is a very good friend of mine. She has come. I don't want to spoil it. I want her to introduce herself because she's really fit for this conversation. And this conversation will be wider than even the topic. So stay tuned. Welcome so much, girl. You're looking so good.
Thank you very much. Good morning, viewers. Happy to be here today. Thank you very, very much for having me. My name is Joyce Kibe. I'm a banker by profession. I'm a business lady. So we will talk more.
Yeah.
We will talk more. Get ready for a good show.
Wow. Thank you so much, Joy, for coming.
Thank you.
And also accepting my invite. I always say it's a pleasure. It's not something you get from many people. And now we are here talking about women. The best topic, you know, in my life.
Yes.
Yeah, and especially when we are talking about women in business. Before we even continue, do you think the women of today, especially young women, the young women of today are participating that much when it comes to business?
In my opinion, if I'm to give in a percentage, I would say 60-40. 60-40 in the essence that we have ladies who have not gotten the gist of it. They're still fearful, fear to start.
Yeah.
And also they don't know actually what they can do, and they have the power in their hands. They have the knowledge.
Yeah.
It's only the direction of how to actually start the business. So they just need somebody to just hold their hands, tell them they can start here, and they can actually achieve this master.
Wow.
A step at a time, a step at a time.
And I think you're the fit person for that if you need to ask how to start, you know. You are saying it's just a step, because very many people are afraid. Now in the today's world, I just stand to be corrected. Sometimes the education that a person gets doesn't match whatever they earn, and they choose, I don't want to go, especially women, after we give birth, and then that qualifies us for a lifetime back at home. What happens, you know? I don't feel like the pay is enough, and now I'm just going na jificha hapa kwa motherhood, and then I bring up the kids and they go, I don't have anything to do. I'm afraid of starting any business.
Well, what I can tell ladies, when you're just seated, a business can be born out of passion. What you like doing. As a person, what do you like?
Yeah.
Do you like household? Do you like homeware? Do you like outfits? You can actually build a business from out of what you like. Like now, most of the bakers we have, for example, it's just about maybe they tried cooking one cake, two cakes, and they said, oh, people are liking my cakes. So that person who started, for example, a cake business, you don't even need to start large. Start with a single birthday cake in your neighborhood. Take like 5 families. Even in your own family, you have siblings.
Yeah.
Just telling them, you don't even to pay me. Just pay me something very small, or don't even get paid for it. Start cooking for their birthday kids.
Wow.
Go to your brothers and sisters. Tell them, this time round, you can try my cake. So when their friends come, they'll ask, okay, so who baked your cake? There you have tapped 3 more clients. That is what happens.
That is how you start.
Yeah,
you know, you mean you're saying it's so easy until I see I should even start today also.
For example, you're looking very smart, I must say.
Thank you.
So if somebody loves outfits, for example, or maybe jewelry, you love maybe hair, go to town, get a place where you can get perfumes. Don't even start with many, just like 10. So that is about 3,000. That one, viewers, if you want that one, I can give you a
She's the best. The way she's saying it.
So now you can start with 3 perfumes, 4 perfumes. You have your lady friends. Just call them. Tell them, by the way, I'm selling a perfume. How much? 250, 500.
Wow.
500, you've made up. Maybe you bought it at 250. You increase it to 250.
And you've made something.
You've made something. So now you have, go back, you have 2 perfumes.
Sweetie, are you trying to say that ni sisi tumekataa kutafuta pesa?
Tumekataa.
Haya, sasa, okay. Yani, you just mean I don't have to have so much.
You don't need to.
You know, people say, I don't have capital. Why don't you have a business? Capital yangu haijatosha bado. Bado capital haijafika. I don't know capital. Me, I think capital what to create from 50,000 and...
Actually, let me just give you an example of how I started. As I told you, I'm a banker by profession.
Yeah.
And I have a side hustle of households.
Wow.
So I sell.
Which it's what you love.
Yeah, I love houses. I love making up houses.
Wow.
Plates. I love decors. I love kitchenware. Good sufurias. Get a theme for your house. Personally, I decided household because it's something I love. So glamming people's houses. So when I started, I actually started the year of COVID. Not very far ago, it's about 2020. So I just sat like this and I thought, you know what? I can just start a household business. So I did a small SMS and I sent like in your mobile phone you have contacts.
Yeah, I do.
I believe you have more than 150 people.
Like me, I have almost 1,000 plus.
You see, those are 1,000 customers. Can you imagine?
Hallelujah.
Just like that.
We are doing this, you know.
1,000 customers. So you write an SMS, you tell them, I'm starting a business. I'm thinking of doing household. Would you kindly join a group? They may not join 1,000, but do you know 500 will join? Because they are interested to see what you're selling. Yeah,
what you'll bring on board, you know, as a friend.
Yes. So you start small. So you already have contacts now. So when you go out there, like now the people, because I believe we have been buying online. So the person you've been buying online, you can tell them as a friend right now, this is what I want to do. So now I want to sell also. So he sells to you at a lesser markup.
Wow.
So also you also get something. So already you have a supplier right there.
Yeah.
So you have a supplier maybe for shoe. You have a supplier maybe for clothes. You have a supplier. So every day you keep your group going. So you post like maybe 10 things at a time. So out of those 10 items, somebody will want. You don't need to deliver yourself. Get in touch with a rider. A rider, it's a small fee. So when you're selling an item, take advantage of a rider.
Okay.
So you, in your markup, like now in Nairobi, it's around 100 bob.
Yeah.
So if an item is for 600 and you want to sell it maybe for 1,300, bear in mind your profit there is 600 because 100 will be for rider and then 600 will be for buying. Ladies, can we wake up? We can actually support our husbands.
And what do you think has come into us? You know, we're putting that because I'm also a young lady who would, siwezi sema nimemake it, to be honest, sindio? Kwa sababu I'm still hustling,
Yes.
And it's very nice even how you are selling this idea. If you're not speaking to many, there is one here already listening to you, yeah?
Yes.
How we can also enlarge, you know, it's enlarging these pockets.
Yes.
What do you think has come over us that we want to relax and rely on this ban?
Fear of failure. We should be able to stand up when we fall. Even the Bible tells us, a righteous man, you can fall 7 times and you can still wake.
Yes.
Be ready to start again. Actually, when you do business and you try, you are better than that person who has not tried.
I have moved a mile.
You have moved a step.
Wow.
And a mile. And when you fail, when you come back to it, you're a better person. Because the mistakes you did when you started, you will not repeat them.
You are wiser.
You are wiser. If actually you started with a certain amount and did a certain business with and you saw, oh, this one can actually not work. Let's say, for example, the people who do greenhouses. At times those tomatoes, they don't do well.
They don't.
But they don't sit. They try another crop. The next season, If it still doesn't do, there's a crop for sure
that will come up and
out.
do.
Even these lightings that we are using, for example, here in the studio.
Yeah.
If that person didn't try 999 times, would we be enjoying this?
No.
We wouldn't.
I'm just imagining if it was me.
Yes.
Trying 2 times, it may fail. Me, nimesha left group.
Exactly.
And that is the problem, I think.
Yes. We need to keep on trying and trying until it works. And persistence. And don't think when you start 1 week, you will have millions. That's a lie.
I'm really loving you. Yes. So what do you mean? How much, what is big, small profit or big profit for a person to make? Because we always look for a business that brings 100,000 in a day.
Even 600 is a profit. You didn't have it. You didn't have that 600 at the end when you started the day in the morning. You didn't. So that 600 you can grow to buying something else to bring you another 1,200 tomorrow. That 12 now to 600 plus 1,200, you have 1,800. That 1,800 you can expand to another business.
So I have my gadget. Your side hustle yako. You don't have a shop.
Yes.
And you having your gadget, that is where you do your business. And you don't even deliver in person.
Yes.
Oh my God. Darling, you're doing a good hustle, you know. And I think also as women, it's a time where we need to wake up.
Yes.
Because I think also a man would feel good when nikimwambia, leo, I sold Isa, nilinunua na 300, nikauza na 600, I have 300 more. What would that man feel? I think it's great.
It is.
And it expounds on developing even the house.
I think ladies also we need to stop overthinking. Because I think we overthink and then we see it, the impossibility of it. This is what I mean. Start where you are.
Yeah.
I'm sure even when you get to that kitchen, most of us, we can fix chapati.
Yeah.
Most of us, we can actually cook. Have you ever thought, in this busy town, people are very busy.
Yeah.
We have single ladies. They actually don't have time to cook.
They don't.
Get into your kitchen. When everybody has gone to work, pick 2 packets of unga. Start making chapatis. In the evening when they come, start selling them 20 bob. A single chapati packet makes 22 pieces. That day, you're sleeping with 420. 1 packet.
Na nimeshinda kwa nyumba.
Na umeshinda kwa nyumba.
Na ndio tunasema hakuna kazi.
Exactly.
Why are we saying that?
So even by the time you're starting your online business, when you start cooking from the house, your business will continue growing.
Yeah.
Today you'll sell 1 packet. People will now know you. If today somebody doesn't feel like cooking for the whole family, he'll pick 10.
Yes.
Okay? He'll pick maybe 1 plate of pilau, you can do it at 220. With time, you will have so many, again, you cannot contain in your kitchen. What will you do? You'll get a kiosk somewhere. You open a kiosk.
You'll already be having capital because you've been selling.
Yes.
Wow, that's a very nice idea. Sell us more. Sell us more ideas. Are you noting, viewer? Because what I feel about this conversation is how we are, as women, you know, especially young women, tunakaa tu, tukishaingia kwa ndoa, you give birth, and then, you know, there's just a lot that, you know, motherhood comes with its price. Yeah, and sometimes you can't contain work, motherhood, work, and even things at house, you know. And then tunaanza kukani kama tunaondokea. Sasa mzigo inakuwa yote imewekelewa kwa mwanaume. He's the one to provide for everything. Now, keeping that aside, there's this woman who, tuseme hataweza, you know, we are not all blessed the same. Or maybe, yes, you've sold us those good ideas, but they don't want to pick like, I'll go and sell saa. Anaona hiyo kazi hataweza. There's also an ego somewhere. They would rather sit in the house and take care of the kids. How can they earn? Because anafika hata hawezi akakunywa chai nje kama hajaambia bwana amnunulie chai, because they don't even have a coin.
Okay, let's go to the ladies who maybe they're given handouts, for lack of a better word. When, let's say like now when you're in motherhood, when you're doing every day, I'm assuming such a lady, she's getting maybe like 100 bob a day. When your husband gives you something, says fix supper with this, or maybe leaves 200 shillings. I want to bring an aspect of savings here. So that lady who is in motherhood, we have to understand also between 0 and 3 months. Honestly, that lady, even if she wants to do business, she cannot. But what can this lady be doing when she's waiting for this weaning time to end?
Yes.
The 0 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Because you'll not always be a sitting mother.
No, you'll not.
Waiting to be given this 200 every day.
Sure.
Now, when you're given that 200 by your husband, you can decide you don't need to use the whole 200 shillings. Can you be using like 150? Then you save on the 50. So if you save on the 50 every single day, for 7 days, that is 350.
Wow.
So if you put 350 times 4, that is 1,200. So for 6 months, you have already capital, that is 6,000 times 6. Already you have 36,000. So when those 6 months are over, 36,000, you can start something. So
Wow.
ladies, let's have a saving culture.
Which we don't have, especially African.
Yes, and it
We
is
are
that
so
small.
poor.
And that is 50 bob. Imagine a day. For 6 months, that is 36.
Na tuache utu tuchama, tunakaa fishi. Ni kama inaleta, ni kama haileti.
Chama, it depends with which chama. Like now that, for example, this sitting mother, you can decide to enter in a chama like for 200 a month. Maybe you are like 10 ladies, 200 a month, that is 2,000. That 200, you can actually scoop it, because if you're saving 50 bob every single day, you'll not have a problem paying that chama.
The problem is the men don't love chamas.
Yes.
I don't know why,
Yeah.
unfortunately. I don't know why. I think it's because we always ask, nipe pesa ya chama.
pesa ya chama.
Na ikitoka haezi akajua ama ilimachua hii chama yake. I think it's also something you need to touch. How to share. How, yeah, sasa nime save, sawa? Which bado hujatueleza discipline. Utakuja kutuambia discipline mzuri ya kusave, because saving to some people inakaa nightmare. I have tried to save, really. Nyinyi watu, how do you save? Mimi nina save tomorrow, hata najaribu keep track of hiyo 50 bob ilienda wapi, haizi akajua. So you also need to give us the discipline on how to save, because I also feel it needs discipline. Sindio?
Yes.
Sasa there is this saving person, nimesave kama 6,000 in 6 months. Now I'm in marriage and there's my husband. Some people, when they hear you had money ukatumia, it's a problem. How do I keep this open na nisifeel kama nakwambia alafu uchukue pesa yangu?
Well, I know that one, I think it's a big problem. So let me first start with the discipline of saving, then I'll come to that.
Yes.
Now, discipline in saving comes with living within your means. And not spending aimlessly.
Na hiyo si kitu inaitwa kujinyima?
Kuna kujinyima na pia to live within your means.
Okay.
And budgeting. So I know at times to stick to a budget, it is very hard. But it starts slowly. And don't over budget something that you know it will not be attainable. For example, if you know you eat out 4 times in a week, you cannot budget, you cannot refuse to budget for that.
Yeah.
Because automatically, like for example, if you're staying in an office where you cannot have a lunch, it has to be brought. That one you have to
lazima ubudgetie hapo.
Yeah. So if you don't accommodate it, it means your budget will spill.
Wow.
So live and budget within your means.
And saving 20 bob is okay a day,
Yes.
rather than eating your 20 bob.
Actually, you've put it right. You see the coins we have, get a coin box that you know you will not crack.
Which viewer, najua hapo utanipea kuna comment inakuja. Hiyo coin box.
Yes, the one that you know you will not crack. So every coin you get at the end of the day, unaona hizi change tunapangwa kwa barabara, actually you pick a tomato, you pick a lime, you see, even 2 bob, hata 5 bob, go put it inside. My friend, at the end of the year, You open that thing, you'll get to have 12,000 or 15,000.
Now the question comes to who opens it at the end of the year. Is it me or my husband?
You, of course. Okay, here, mnasikizana. You can decide to do it together or you do it alone. He will be seeing it there. Yes. But
hoping that nitaenda holiday nirudi nipate hiyo coin box ikiwa
but the
sawa.
discipline has to be there. You say that your 20 bob I have put inside there and I'm not going to pick it. But just, okay, the saving habit, you can decide. In your budgeting, you can decide every single month you want to save like maybe 2K. But that 2,000, you also have a plan for it. Not just maybe an emergency and also maybe a long-term plan that will help you grow. Don't just again put money, then you don't have a plan. Put it with an idea. At this particular time, I want to achieve 1, 2, 3 things. Ladies, how you can actually make your husband not question your money. Do something in the house. Let him meet you have put a flower pot that he didn't meet in the morning.
So that's hiyo ni siri.
Yeah.
Before you uiseme yote, let us take a very short break. We come back, those tips of not being suspected that I am overusing this money in the house. Utugonge vizuri, because I feel there's just a lot of strategies that you have that we need to borrow from, you know. Yeah, because as much as we want to be in business and save, we still want our marriages standing up, and also si ile ni kusurvive tu tuko tu hapa hapana, we want a nice one. So viewer, let us take a very short break. We come back and pick on the conversation. Thank you.
Everywhere, GBS.
Hello, thank you so much. Welcome back. Tunakuja, and we are still continuing with this conversation about young women in business, you know. And thank to our guests. As beautiful as she is, she's giving us tips on how to save, to start a business, and just not stay at home and do nothing. And I love the fact that, especially for women and especially for those who are in motherhood, you know, it becomes very hard for us to save, to do a business and all those things. And she's here trying to explain how she can help us, how we can be helped. So thank you so much. Keep this conversation running. Our social media handle, we are GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. Thank you so much. So before we went for that break, you were giving us tips on how not to not being suspected by our husbands that we are having fishy things about money and everything. Yeah.
All right. Thank you again. Let me just point this out. Our men want also to see ladies who can actually think outside the box. At times, I cannot deny the fact that there are men who would want to be the sole providers. They just want their ladies to just sit there and give birth and take care of their children.
Yeah.
There are men who want like that. But again, we cannot also not deny that the ladies, we also have empowerment.
Yeah.
We have gone to school. We have our natural gifts as ladies. So I think it's also important for ladies, if you want to do something, engage your husband. Tell them, look here, I know you can actually provide, but I have something I can do which I can actually compensate you, or rather to ease your burden, to give you even a lesser time.
Yeah.
Maybe, for example, you can take care of maybe the rent and the utilities.
Yeah.
Then I can take care of the food in the house. So again, you don't need to keep on giving me money for the food. So if you actually show your husband where your money you want it spent, that is a good way.
And he can support you whatever you're doing.
Yes. So if at all it is maybe an investment or capital that you want, tell him I just need maybe like 10,000, 5,000.
Sure.
So with this 5,000, I'll be able to take care of the food that is in the house. So that way he will not be seeing like there's a competition in the house.
Yes. Because again, that is the problem when, especially African man, when we are talking about competition, they don't want you to be empowered, because a woman, you know, we can do very many things at a go. And then when we decide on fixing everything, we fix and we shoot, we even earn more than men.
Yes.
And that is, I think, what they have fear on, especially that man who you're saying. Some just want you to sit at home. They don't want you to provide anything. Now, that is, let's say there is that lady who wants to do something, but their men will not allow them, you know. But because they love family, they forsake what they feel they can do, you see. I feel I can sell clothes, you know, online, not even I get a kiosk somewhere, online. But when my husband sees this, you know, I'll need some time outgoing and knowing who will be supplying for me, you know, stocking, and then it's a problem. Can you help that person be able to express herself to the man and let the man know that I'm doing this for our own good?
Yeah. Okay, maybe for such a lady, at times maybe you have tried talking maybe to your husband, and maybe that information is not getting through for him. You can decide. You have your his best friend, or maybe a best couple, that maybe you actually have a good rapport with them. Go sit with them. Tell them, I need you to talk to my husband because this is what I want to do, and it will actually add income to us. At times, I have seen in our marriages, information coming maybe from a friend, it is more powerful at times, because I think the normalcy also affects it, because now the husband has been hearing this day in, day out. And you know, our English men said, if you hit a spot the same time, doing the same thing, and you're expecting a change, it will not come. Then go to the next level. That man has a best friend. That man has a good brother whom he listens to. Go through that direction, because you're not stealing. You only want to improve your family. So that friend or brother will give that information to your husband. And give more insight on that.
You know, as very young ladies who, you know, I'm still schooling in campus, and I've seen, I want to be, you know, I want to be a real businesswoman. I want to practice. Sasa, mtu kama huyo, tuseme it's a lady ama a guy, and they want also to feel, wamefeel iyo gap ya kukua in business. How can you help them manage their money? Because that is the major problem.
Can I shock you? The lady who mentored me in business, she started in campus.
Wow.
Yes. That lady, how she actually started, she started selling clothes to fellow campus ladies. So she used to go to town. So if there is an event, she gets clothes, not very expensive one. You know, now in campus, you can only afford maybe 500, 1,000 at most. So get something that is affordable to these campus ladies. Even if it is not clothes, look at biscuits. How fun do we want food in our rooms? Go get those boxes. Be selling them at 1 bob. You have taken care of their breakfast, because somebody will come with 10 bob. You've sold 10 pieces, because in that box there are 320 pieces. So if you're selling those pieces, maybe you bought it at 320. So if you bought it maybe at 240. So there are 320 pieces. So you have made that money. So you have pocket money, you have transport from where you're going. So even at campus level, start small. Start with something that you know your fellow students like tights, panties, you know, bras, you know, tops, fancy tops. Ato ukienda Gikomba, come, wash them, iron them, and then I'll tell them, after classes, I have something, come and check. So you even bought that top maybe at 10 bob, because you went very early in the morning.
Yes.
You sell it at 50 bob or 100. How many times have you made that money? So they'll keep on knowing. Now, once the students know you can actually do this, that feeling of business, you've already started. So even after being a student, when you come out, you'll continue. That lady is still continuing to date from when she was in campus.
Wow.
And she started like that, just tops. And then, you know, students are very easy to glam. hata viatu kamukunji
Na ndio ziko cheap. You buy at 200 and you sell at 500.
Yes.
Okay. And then that person amepata pocket money.
Exactly.
Upkeep yake iko sawa.
Even if it is school fees, can you imagine you'll start paying for your school fees? You will not even now be chased away again. So if your parent has paid like 20K and your balance is like 5K,
you can fix
you
that.
can actually fix that very quickly.
Alafu watu wanaanza kuuliza huyu anatoa pesa wapi?
Anatoa pesa wapi na jioni anawauzia Gekomba kwa nyumba?
Imagine, just like that.
Yes, just like that.
And they can even focus more. And I mean, that lady can even become better. I'm imagining the lady you're talking about.
Yeah,
How is she right now?
She's very good. She's still my co-partner actually now.
Wow.
In business, we do business together with her.
Wow.
Yes.
And there's a person who was asking, how do I get the connection of importing things maybe from China?
Okay.
From Japan, from UK directly, you know, and not have those much tax. Maybe if you have an insight on that.
I know, first of all, to get the China people directly, first of all, it's hard to get the genuine ones.
Yeah.
So first of all, how actually, let me just give myself an example because I do that. We partnered with other suppliers, common ones, and then now we had one person consolidating our orders. So she was the person who was actually ordering for us. So they come with a container, so we pay the charges and then we split.
Wow.
Yeah. So I wouldn't recommend, first of all, if you're a starter, to get directly to China. Yes, because you might be conned, because they will ask you for payment first. So
that's what they do.
Yeah, they'll ask you for payment first. If they ask you for payment and they don't supply, you have no one to turn to.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's Western Union, and Western Union, they'll just do their cash.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I think I would advise that person to first try
do the local suppliers.
and also get the supplier, another, maybe a group where there are other suppliers. So with time, she goes now getting in touch, and with time she'll get somebody who can actually supply.
During the day you are a banker.
Yes.
At what time are you hustling? You know, I don't expect, you know, what I know about bankers, one, they're very busy.
Yes.
Their days are full.
Yes.
That's even a person who forgets to make calls.
Yes.
And then you're saying you have a side hustle, which I feel you're doing good. I know you are doing good in it. How do you manage? Okay.
Now, my banking time starts from 8 to 5. Ladies, we have more time than that. So if you want to actually do, and you have your lunch hour, take advantage of your lunch hour. So for me, I manage my groups either very early after I'm done with my devotion. So I check my groups, I post my groups. So during the day, I do my banking work.
Yeah.
Do your work. God will bless the work. Usibe tiny employer. Yes.
At 8, you are sat.
Yeah. Sit, do my work. At 1, when it's my lunch hour, then I start doing my work. 1 to 2.
You check now the response.
I have my orders, my responses, if the riders need to go here and there, and then now I go back. Then after 5 to maybe around 7, then you're able to fix 1 or 2. You fix your dinner. Then much later in the night, you have to sacrifice. Ladies, we have to sacrifice. For something to work, you have to sacrifice.
Tusipende usingizi sana.
Tusipende usingizi. Tusipende usingizi.
Wow.
We sacrifice, and it's only momentarily. Once you hit the road, it is now starting to become a no.
Wow.
Because people will start getting your calls, and they're the ones to call you just in case you don't respond quickly. Yes. So we just able maybe to sacrifice the first 3-4 months, and then now we keep the ball rolling.
Wow. When you're talking about that, maybe I thought of Jumia, you know?
Yeah.
Jumia, they use other people because they just go in a shop where they make it a picking point.
Yes.
You just apply online.
Yes.
You order online, and then you go pick kutoka kwa huyo kioski yenye iko hapo next to you.
Exactly.
So these are people who are still working online.
Yes.
Jumia is not a shop. You know, I was very shocked.
It's a pick-up point. Yes, actually Jumia, they have outsourced suppliers, so they know there's a supplier for Mabati rolling, the electronics, they can pick here. That's why they give you 2 to 3 days, because the supplier who is supposed to deliver, they're also maybe supposed to deliver within 24 hours. So now you as a buyer, you'll pick it after like 2 or 3 days, because they don't own anything.
And now everybody is talking about Jumia.
Yeah.
I think everybody as today must have ordered something from Jumia. And they have good offers, you know. I'm not just advertising them, but I'm just saying you can make yourself a Jumia.
Yeah.
I'm just giving an example. We could use your services as Jumia, like you're doing.
Actually, you've touched on something about offers, ladies. If you want to save more, take advantage of sales. You save more. Look at around November to December. Every supermarket has offers. It has offers. Even when you're going to a supermarket, this is how I do my shopping. Personally, when there's an offer, honestly, I take advantage of it.
Hata kama uko umeplan.
No, you have gone for normal shopping. Maybe you're going for a toothpaste. Then I come here, I find Colgate is offering one. Buy one, get
one free.
I will buy that one. Because you know what that has saved me? Another month of buying a big toothpaste.
Wow.
So you'll have saved that 50 bob, which that 50 bob, it is 1 packet of milk.
And you have to note,
Yes.
say 50.
Yes.
Because that again, sometimes you get these offers. You had gone with 5,000, kumekuwa na offer ya like 1,000. Then ukitoka kwa ile mlango, hata unauliza, hey, sijui nifulize ndio nipate ya kuenda nyumbani. Again, hata hatujui hiyo offer, hizo pesa zimeenda wapi. So unapata mtu amepata offer ya 50, but instead amenunua kitu hata hakuwa ana need.
Exactly. So we have also to be very careful on how we are actually spending. Be very, very careful about spending, because again, if you're spending to go into debt, you are mark timing. Because now it's like you've walked 2 steps and came back to 1 step behind.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what about how can a woman help, for example, save for a year to help her with household and everything? Na akuwe na hiyo discipline. Najua, mi sijui hiyo discipline tutaweza isema ni nini, ikue aje. But how can you help a person who wants to save with a goal of maybe January, I'm the one who is going to take kids to school?
Yes, as you're saying, it requires a lot of discipline. And for me, how I normally see it, there's nothing an oops moment, honestly. Because in December, all of us know it is Christmas.
Yes.
When it comes to school fees, we know after 3 months will be needed school fees.
Sure.
So for us as parents, let's not treat anything as an oops moment. Even if you go for your festivities in December, you know January, you'll be needed rent, you'll be needed all the other expenses. So start saving from January. And that's how I was saying, you can decide, you can be saving out of your income or salary, business income or salary, like 1,000 every month. So if you save like 1,000 or 1,500 a month, by the time it is end month, I mean it's end year, it is 12K. And then when you say actually how it works best, let me just say what I do. Maybe it will help a viewer out there. For Christmas, don't budget it with a Christmas income. Don't. For holidays, start budgeting early.
Like now.
Like now. So if you're intending to go for a holiday in October, first get how much you'll spend. So if you're planning to spend like 50K, start budgeting for it now.
So that you can know how to save, how much to save per month.
Yes. So you save maybe like 1,000. And again, in course of the year, there's a time you normally have maybe like a chama or maybe like a business deal that you did that has come with more cash. Remember, you are saving for a holiday, so remember to put something in your saving
account,
to boost for that. So when December comes, you do not need to use all your December income. So that December income will help you survive better in January. Yes. Because you will not need to use everything in December. So you start saving early, and you save as little. There's no little money. Viewers, there's nothing little. Even 100 bob.
It's enough.
It is enough. Because you save 100 bob every 2 days. So every 2 days, if it is like 7 days, so you're saying it's like maybe 3 days, that is 300 shillings.
Wow. Strategies of maybe using your money, especially like for holidays,
Yes.
where every woman wants to take that advantage. If there's money, let's go for holiday. What is the best time? Unajua kama hii ni December, nyumba hazilipiki.
Yes.
What is the best time to go for a holiday?
Off-peak. Always take advantage of off-peak. Off-peak is like May, June, July, September, when people are not planning to travel. Don't book
And
your
like now,
and like
January.
now. Actually, like now the hotels are free. January, February. Oh, February because of Valentine, it's off. January is one of the best months, if at all you can be able to go to holidays.
Yeah.
So take advantage of off-peak.
Wow.
Yes, and again also pay early. If you're planning for December, pay now. If you're able to pay in January or off-peak, because they will not review the prices for you at the time.
Is it safe to have a fixed account for like a year or?
If you have money, yes, because it has a very good interest. If it's in a bank, because the money will not get lost, you will take advantage of that interest. Yes, it is.
Wow. Thank you so much. I've learned a lot, you know, and I think that is why I'm even asking these many questions, because I also want to know. It's always good to learn from a person who is going through what you might want to go through. And the conversation has very big insight, you know, and I feel if you've not grabbed anything, there is an information you didn't have that you've gotten from here, and that was just the best thing maybe we wanted. And now, ladies, you know that it is January, and as I said earlier, you know, we are starting this year in style, and that is why I'm bringing up these conversations for us to set up pace where we are going to follow, which we are going to follow and take us somewhere better. So like now we have known that we can still be at home and make use of that data, you know, and the gadget kenye uko nako. Bora it's smartphone, it can give you some income. And she has said even 20 bob is enough. 20 bob, just save 20 bob a day. And then that will be of much difference rather than staying in the house and asking. So ladies, I hope you have been empowered. And also the men watching this, kindly empower your women, share it with your sisters, any woman that you want venturing into business. And there are very many business opportunities. So thank you so much for tuning in. I would like you to say bye to the viewer, and maybe if they would want to buy what you have, you can tell us how we can reach out.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Again, viewers, please, ladies, go out there. You can actually make it. Start small. I can support.
Yeah.
Personally, I do, my pages are Nediva Households. So I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. I also have a WhatsApp group. I can give out my number, 0721 88 22 17. Then I can add you to my groups, then you can benefit. I sell classy things. You will like it.
Wow. And you can help them improve. If there is a person who wants maybe to start what you have started, to be mentored, she's there. Thank you so much, Carl, for coming, and thank you for that information. So we are coming to the end of our good conversation, which we wish we would have taken longer, but because of time, let us come to the end of it. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have been your host, Shiro Wangige. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.